July 22nd, 2025, 5 p.m. This is the Eldridge Electric and Water Utility Board meeting. Gage, roll call, please.
Peterson,
Present.
Gooding,
Present.
Tadevich,
Present.
Hamilton,
Present.
Bristly.
Here. Okay, number 2, public comment. Anything, Marty? Oh, nice. All right, thank you. Number 3, approval of tonight's agenda. Everybody had a look at that? Motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Patovich,
Second.
second by Gooding. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Nays? Ayes have it. Approval of the utility board meetings from July 8th, 2025. Any corrections, comments? Motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Patovich,
Second.
second by Peterson. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Nays? Ayes have it. Okay. Moving on, number 5, financial administrative 5A, consideration to approve the bills payable. Everybody had a chance to look through, anything stand out? Motion to approve.
What was the pedestal assembly? I didn't. What was that? Sword, Kirby?
Those were ordered way back in December. They're just electric secondary pedestal.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I just didn't.
There must have been something messed up in the building somewhere. I can't remember, but,
Yeah.
it's on this bill run finally.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yep,
All right.
so.
Thanks, Colin.
That was the only question I had.
Anybody else? Motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Patovich,
Second.
second by Goody. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Nays? Ayes have it. Okay, 5B, consideration to approve the amended utility billing policy and procedures. So Nevada, is that something you can kind of give, or say something you can give us?
Yep, so actually I came upon resolution 2023-10 service rules. I was actually looking for something else and I found that, and it had a lot of things that were already in our current utility billing policy and procedures. But mostly I noticed some of it was conflicting to what we practice and what's in our manual now. So instead of repealing the resolution altogether, I updated it to reflect utility billing policy and procedure, and then also incorporated the things that were missing in the manual from the resolution.
Okay. Everybody had a chance to take a look at that? Is there any further discussion or questions, something standing out that we need to clarify? Looks like it's mostly just related to billing and, connection and disconnection and.
I didn't have any questions.
Nothing here. No,
No.
we're good.
All right, motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Peterson,
Second.
second by Patovich. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Nays? Have it. Okay, 5C, department update. Sadie, is that you tonight?
Sure. So currently I am working on a wage comparable study for our electric department. So currently Colin's title is line foreman, but he has been fulfilling the duties of an electric superintendent. So I am to support the process, I've requested wage data and job descriptions from surrounding municipalities, and also in the process of working with Colin and drafting official job descriptions for both electric superintendent and electric line foreman, as we don't currently have formal descriptions on file. Once we finalize the job descriptions and analyze the wage data, we will determine an appropriate wage range for superintendent role. We plan to bring forward our findings and recommendations for your review and approval at the August 5th meeting.
Okay, so there'll be more to come on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Gage, anything from you? No? Okay. Moving on to 6, electric department, 6A, any outages?
No outages.
No outages. Okay. And 6B, consideration to approve resolution 2025-12 of electric and water establishing charges, conditions, and other terms of offering in conjunction with the electric service schedule. So again, I think that was included in our packet. Sadie, do you have more information on that as well?
So that was another one. Ray was looking into connection fees for a new build permit. So he had emailed everyone. The one for the electric was dated 2006, so it was something I sent to Colin to kind of have him review and make sure it wasn't updated if you wanted anything updated. So I actually forgot to attach it in the packet, but I gave everyone a copy of the original so you could kind of see what the differences were. But we just made some of those updates and then that's the new resolution then.
Okay. Again, it looks like it had to do with a lot of new services and billing and connection, and for the majority of it remains the same. It's just added that other verbiage.
Right.
Okay, anybody have any questions on that one? Motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by Peterson,
Second.
second by Patovich. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Days? Ayes have it. Okay, next item, 6C, consideration to approve resolution 2025-14, electric and water repealing resolution 2006-298, E as in Edward, establishing the specifications, charges, and requirements of primary and secondary overhead and underground distribution systems of Eldridge, Iowa. So again, this looks like something maybe Ray found?
Nope, so this is the one that we incorporated into the utility billing policy and procedure. So this is just the updated.
Okay, so this is gonna supersede the previous one?
Right.
Anybody have any questions on that one? Actually, I need to back up, 6B. Going back to 6B, I apologize. Consideration to approve resolution 2025-12, electric and water establishing charges, conditions, and other terms of offering in conjunction with electric service schedule. So with the motion and the second, we need a roll call vote on that one. So, Gage, can you help us with that, please?
Yeah, Peterson,
Aye.
Gooding,
Present.
aye.
Aye or nay? Okay.
Patovich,
Aye.
Hamilton,
Aye.
Wesley.
Aye. All right, thank you. Sorry about that, everyone. So then that brings me down to the next one, consideration 6C. Consideration to approve resolution 2025-14 of the electric and water repealing resolution 2006-298E, establishing specifications, charges, and requirements of primary and secondary overhead and underground distribution system in Eldridge, Iowa. Do I hear a motion to approve that one?
Motion, but my name needs to be updated on there and spelled correctly again.
It is on mine. On this
On the resolution, is that right?
I'm happy to have.
A motion by Patovich. I'll second it, so it's good. First and a second, and then again, we can do a roll call, vote, please.
Peterson,
Aye.
Gooding,
Aye.
Patovich,
Aye.
Hamilton,
Aye.
Wesley.
Aye. Okay. 6D, department update. Alan, can you help us with that?
Yeah, it's been installing new electric services again. We changed out a pole right around the corner at 213 West Donahue Street. And yesterday and today, we finished up moving all of our electric equipment over at Ivy Acres due to the replat. So,
Okay.
Yep.
So we continue with upgrading services and maintaining systems
Yep.
and over at Ivy Acres, getting things moved over there. Okay. Anything else?
That's about it for me.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you, Colin. All right, moving on to number 7, Water Department, 7A, water main breaks.
No breaks.
No breaks. 7B, water test results.
I've not gotten back July's, back to or fluoride yet, but we have sent off our THMs and HA5, so basically our July compliance we do every year, so we wait for those to come back too.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. 7C, consideration to approve resolution 2025-13, electrical water establishing an increase in water rates to meet the fiscal obligations of the water utility. So I believe we had some discussion on that last time, and is there anything else anybody has questions on?
Were we gonna publicize this sooner than later? Because we talked about that from last meeting, we might get something out too.
I think I thought,
If the resolution is passed, we'll
yeah,
publicize that and get some information out.
So it's going into effect September 1st.
so it's basically a 5 3/4% increase, just like we talked about option 1. Motion to approve? Motion by Peterson. Second by Hamilton, and again, Gage, roll call vote, please.
Peterson,
Aye.
Redding,
Aye.
Patovich, Hamilton,
Aye.
Presley.
Aye.
What's the lead time on getting that once this is signed and done on your end, just making it public to the community?
We'll start putting it out on Facebook and get it on the website once our website is up and functioning next week.
Like within a week?
Yep,
We have to post something on the staff question.
the resolution will go in the North Star West, yeah.
So they just read it. Okay.
Yep, and they'll, I mean, I would imagine that they'll do a story on it then.
Probably.
I think there was something in.
Yeah, I saw the last week's.
Yeah.
Had a little something on there, so,
That it was
yeah,
in bolder letters so that people know.
sure, yeah, yeah.
We're not have surprises.
Yep. Okay, 7D, discussion and consideration to approve a quote from LMI for the soft starts for wells 4 and 5. So I think I remember seeing, I have some questions on that. Maybe you can help me out here. So I think last week when we looked at some of these quotes, LMI for wells 4 and 5 come in at $4,900 each, and now it looks like the new revised.
So I had talked to Tom with LMI, and they said that the price, because of the time from that quote originally in December,
Yeah,
the price has obviously gone up. So us approving it, he's like, well, I'll have to get back to you because the quote's not gonna be accurate. So he got back to me and that was the 5,000.
500.
Yeah, it was like $600 or $700.
Yeah, that's, I noticed about $600 more than that, which was still considerably less than everybody else.
I think it was cost of materials. He said the labor cost was still the same, but it was cost of materials had gone up.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for that explanation. Anybody else have any questions on that? Motion to approve,
Motion.
motion by Patovich,
Second.
second by Gooding, favor say aye. Aye, nays? Ayes have it. Okay, 7E. Discussion and consideration to approve a quote from LMI for the replacement auto transfer switch for the water department plant generator. Okay, I know I had some questions, and just reviewing the quote, it looks like LMI is proposing a ROMP ATS switch, which ROMP is a good company, but they're not really known for their automatic transfer switches. So the first thing that came to mind is how easily can we get parts or service on this? So I happened to pick up the phone to ROMP and simply called up technical support and I asked some questions if I had to order a board. And I got a hold of a guy named Jim, and he gave me a complete history and background on RONC and their affiliation with automatic transfer switches. So they have old versions, which was the Millbank system. They bought out the Millbank one some years ago. They have now quit manufacturing anything above 200 amps, which we're looking at a 400 amp switch, presently because they were not able to get parts and support for the old 400 amp switches. So the reason I guess LMI had 11-week lead time is just that, is RONC is switching over their manufacturing to align more with the ABB transfer switches. So when I explained to him, well, let's assume that I have the brand new version in say 11 weeks with the ABB parts and material, where do I stand if I need something serviced on that? And then he gave me a whole history about ABB, you know, with their control board is more integrated into the switch itself, so it would be quite costly to do that. So even if we've got we waited and we got the newer version, which is what we would have to do, they're not gonna service us with the old Millbank version that they had. It raises alarm bells for me. I mean, my recommendation would be, let's ask them to go back and quote maybe an ASCO 300 series switch.
Yeah.
They're gonna be probably just based upon what I saw their quote and ASCO's, you know, through their suppliers online. We're probably gonna be maybe up to $1,000 more. But the ASCO 300 has been around forever. It's easily, you know, maintained. And just a quick search, if I had to replace the main brain board and control panel, it would be roughly $2,000 and they're readily available. And like I said, that switch has been around forever. So I've used RONC in the past with manual transfer switches and you know, antiphases and rotophases. But for ATSs, I don't know if that's in our best interest. Anybody else have any comment on that? So I guess,
Finding.
what's that?
A good fact finding.
I had a few minutes this afternoon, and like I said, I wasn't aware that RONC even made an ATS. I knew they had a manual one. So that's why I thought, let's just call up and see how much it would cost to replace this board, and I got a hold of the right guy. So,
Appreciate it.
I'll
do some digging.
Yeah, so if we could, I mean, I know it needs to be done, and I know we're still kind of at a slight risk with having you run it manually, but I would feel better knowing that we had something in there that's tried, true, and easy to service and work on.
Well, like I don't wanna run into like a lead time thing like we did with VMTs for
Correct.
2 weeks out and we need it now.
Okay,
So
so I would recommend we table that. Okay, any other discussion on that one? 17, the ATS, all right. Moving on to 7F, department update. Keegan, is that something you can help us with?
yeah, the biggest ones, BSI, we have a meeting with BSI tomorrow, me, Gage and Sadie. They're basically just gonna walk through how to run the program if we ever need to go through the program. And then I think the launch is August 1st. And then Tri-City, been working with JV pretty closely lately. We actually had one of the old PCs that had SCADA on it. It blew out on us. So we pulled the hard drive from that one, put it into a PC that's actually functional. So that kind of kicked JV into high gear. And I think we're also looking at August 1st for a full transition into the new SCADA program. So August will be busy.
And did you have a list then compiled for BSI then, for them to start with, or?
Yeah, Gage really took hand in that one. So shout out to Gage for taking care of that. He got all the account information and really handled everything that we needed for that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, and also Gage and then the intern Peyton, they're really hammering down on the lead cop notifications. They're doing call outs and they're getting a lot of people to respond. So we're just gonna keep plugging away.
Excellent. Okay. Anything else? Thanks, Keegan. Thank you, Keegan. Well, have a short agenda today, so moving on to number 8. Do want to make a motion to adjourn?
Motion?
Motion by Peterson.
Oh, you're gonna say that.
Just need a second. I'll second it. So, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Nays? Ayes have it. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Plenty of time for you.